Today is Monday, the 1st of November, 2022, and here at the elevation of the RV park, we don't have any snow, but just up in the foothills up from us, there is definitely a snow line. So this is good to see. We definitely need the moisture. Hopefully this translates into water for Lake Shasta, because it's in really bad shape. Had about 6/10 of an inch of rain at our elevation this morning, so that's a good start. Just bring it on. Well, hi there. Today is Saturday, the 5th of November, 2022. And I'm up here in Ashland, Oregon at my sister Karen and brother-in-law Mike's place in Phoenix, Oregon, actually, not Ashland. They lived in Ashland for like 40 years, but they moved up the road to Phoenix a couple of years ago. Any rate, I'm not really allowed to do vehicle maintenance at my RV park, so this is kind of an involved project that I'm tackling today. I'm going to be putting the base plate on the front of the Jeep, my 2022 Jeep Wrangler 4xe. I'm going to be putting mounting brackets or base plate brackets on the Jeep so that I can tow it behind the motorhome. Because right now, though mechanically it is towable to be flat towed, there's some attachment pieces that I need to put on here. I'm going to be putting on the base plates today. And then once I get the brake parts, then I'll be putting those inside the Jeep, but that's going to be on the next paycheck. So we'll be tackling this today. Oh, and it's raining out today, so it's nice to have a garage to work in anyway. I got the first piece off, the rock guard off the front, which is good. And then I found that I made it up here with all my tools and all the parts as best I can tell, but the instruction manual on how to do this I left behind in Wairika. So I'm hoping the YouTube videos help me out enough to get this done, because I'm already an hour into this and I really don't want to put it all back together and then have to go get the instruction manual. So come on, YouTube. So now I need to take this guard plate off of here, and there's no real structural strength that this has. It's just kind of a reinforced rock guard, and since I'm not going to be doing any rock crawling, it's not really needed. And in the instructions on YouTube, and I remember it saying it on the paper instructions as well, that I need to remove that, and I'll be doing some modifications to it before I put it back in. So now I'm taking the nuts off the back side of the bumper that mounts it to the frame, and I've got 8 of these to do, so I'm just going through taking these off. I'll leave a couple of them loosely on to keep the bumper from falling on me when I get all the other hardware taken off. Okay, let's try this again. There we go. And bumper is off. We'll just put it underneath the front of the Jeep. Okay, so I think we're in good shape. Now it's just a matter of mounting the hardware. So now what I'm doing is I'm cutting out this section, because this is all that's going to be needed after I reinstall everything. So now that I cut those pieces off of there, I have just loosely bolted them back into place, and those will be used to hold the rock guard in place. So I've got just kind of a test fit on this bracket, and one bolt is through here, and then there's another bolt that needs to go through here, but the hole is way too small, so I'm going to have to auger that out in order to mount that into place, and I'm going to have to do that on both sides. Again, we've got the lower bolt in place, but the hole is too small, so we'll auger that out so that we can get these other sets of bolts in. Now, this bolt is 9/16. So, actually I guess that's different. Originally it was supposed to be 9/16, but it actually fits through the 1/2 inch just perfectly. So, I was afraid I was going to have to auger it out with this bit, but that's not the case. So we're good to go on to the next step, which will be mounting the base plates into position. So now we're going to mount the base plate, and what we do is those 16mm bolts that we pulled out from the frame stiffeners earlier, this is going to basically replace the functionality of this frame stiffener as well as serve as the base plate. So we're going to hang this into place. And then do the other side as well. And so now I'm working on the other side. I've got everything at least threaded through on the driver's side, so now I'm doing the passenger side. I've got all the spacers in and the bolts and lock washers in. So now we're ready to go on to the next step, which will be to kind of hang the bumper back on and then tighten everything up. So now we're going to go ahead and hang the bumper back into place. So we kind of used some holes on top as a guide, and it slid right on there. So now we just use the nuts that we pulled off earlier to seat it back into place. Now the extra hardware did make it a little tighter in here, but I am able to get to it. Now I got the bumper all bolted back into place, and so now I just got to cut out the cutouts for the tow bar receivers, and then I'm good to go. I'll put that back in and I'm out of here. So now we've got the cutouts for the receivers, so now we're going to put that back up into place here. Sure, we got a couple of these set up, and so I found it was easier to put the screw in back on that rear bracket first, and then I can go along and put the keepers in here. Well, all in all, this project went really well. I was really happy with the outcome of it. It looks great. It fit in there perfectly. The good folks at Roadmaster really do a nice product. Very happy with how it worked out and how it looks. So now I just need my braking system, and then we'll be ready to hit the road with the motorhome. Well, today is Sunday, the 6th of November, 2022, and I got the motorhome fired up. I'm going to take it for a little run just down to the weed rest area and back, just to blow out the injectors and just kind of check everything out. Everything on the pre-trip looks fine. You know, the landing gear came up, no leaks, so I think we're in good shape, but nonetheless want to get it out and just run it a little bit. So we're gonna take it out and check it out. I pretty much just pull everything off to the side. I don't put everything away. Stuff like the wheel covers that might blow away while I'm gone, I put those away, but that's about it. Slides all came in fine. Everything checked out. Remy's ready to go, so she doesn't know what's going on, but that's all right. So just something that I try to do periodically. It's been since the end of August when I took my new job, so all of September, all of October, and first couple of days of November. So yeah, it's due, and it's gonna get colder and hopefully more rainy, so it might be not as conducive to do it in the future, but we're gonna do this today. It's about 1:45, so we should be back by 3 o'clock and have things all put back together. So we'll take it for a check ride and see how it goes. So I'm in the cockpit and ready to go, and I got some spider webs or cobwebs down here, so I can tell I got a little bit more house cleaning to do, but I usually put stuff down here in the driver's compartment and don't always get it all cleaned out, but we'll be doing that the next time. Well, hi there. Today is Tuesday the 15th, 16th, I don't know. I think it's the 16th of, it's definitely Tuesday, the 16th of November, 2022. And it is 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm getting ready to head down to Sacramento for an Esri Users conference. Went to bed at 6:15 last night, got up at 1 this morning. Trying to keep my costs down because I'm not getting reimbursed for this trip. So driving down, going to get down into town, go to the conference today, spend a night in a hotel tonight, and then go to the conference tomorrow and then drive back tomorrow night. And Remy is at Siskiyou Pet Care, boarding and daycare facility here in Siskiyou County. I'm sure they're fine. It's just I'm sad that she's there, and I'm sure she's sad that she's there. Any rate, that's what's going on. So we're going to hit the road, and we will check in hopefully periodically. And for my trip to Sacramento, I've got everything in my backpack here, and then I've got my snack bag with some granola bars and stuff like that to keep me going on the road. So there we go. Well, good morning, and it is the 15th of November, Tuesday. It's about 7:30 in the morning, and I'm here at Starbucks getting my hot chocolate, and just waiting for the conference center to open up at 8 o'clock for breakfast and some early morning socializing. It really does feel kind of like old home week, or old home for a couple of days. Can't quite see it because of the trees, but the state capitol over there. Wish I had a nickel for every time I walk past that. And some of the old standby architecture here in Sacramento. I'm going to go over to what was the Sacramento Convention Center. It's now the Safe Credit Union Convention Center, but it's basically the old convention center here prior to the opening of Golden One Center. So we'll go check that out next. Also, here's the Safe Credit Union Convention Center at Sacramento. If I walk out here a little ways, you can see the sign up there on the side of the building. And we're going to go check in for the Esri Pacific User Conference.
Hi everyone, come on in. I am really excited and honored to introduce our next speaker, our keynote speaker. I would love to welcome Secretary Amy Tom from California Government Operations, or California GovOps. Amy is a first-generation immigrant, and she spent her 25, give or take years in state government and public service. She was recently appointed in 2022 by Governor Newsom as the Secretary of GovOps. And she's a great champion for GIS, a great champion for data-driven decision-making, having previously served as the state's Chief Technology Officer. So come on up, Amy. Joining Amy is going to be who works at GovOps as well in the Department of Technology, and Isaac is your state GIS. Okay?
All right, well, almost good afternoon to a lot of you, and I know I'm the last speaker, and Isaac, standing between you and lunch. So I will definitely keep my remarks brief because I know there's another outstanding afternoon's program that's waiting for all of you to get to. I am so honored to be here and share some of my very own learning with you all in the arena of GIS. And as Christo has kind of introduced me, that I really started this journey, even though I joined the state, let's just say 25 years ago, but I didn't really get into GIS until probably about a decade ago.